No means no, Dynamaxing.
Hey everybody, it's been a while. So, I haven't made a video in about a month. Let me explain. My PC, my editing laptop, the screen broke because someone might have dropped it. So, I had to send that to Asus to get, the screen repaired. That took a fucking month. It took a month to get a screen repaired. Yep, there was a bunch of delays with there was Thanksgiving and stuff, so there was just delays. My repairs kept getting delayed, basically. So I finally got my laptop back after a month, and now I can finally make I can finally make videos again, right? Ain't that awesome? Videos coming every week again. Yay. It might get a little hard because the Christmas times are here and I'm busy. I'm a busy man. But anyway, let's just start today's video.
So, I've been a Pokemon fan ever since the early episodes of the anime, which were premiering on Cartoon Network. Believe it or not, I actually watched the show and collected the cards before I even played any of the video games. The first Pokemon game I ever played was Fire Red, and after going through that for a few hours, I was honestly mad I was missing out on something this great. Then we got Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and I loved those games too, and Emerald is actually my favorite Pokemon game. But something happened to the fandom when this generation of Pokemon hit. A lot of early fans drifted away from the series. Now, honestly, I don't know why. I don't think it's that different from all the other games. Was it the new designs, the new region, the new story? I honestly don't know. But I think we can all agree this didn't really hurt Game Freak or Nintendo, because Pokemon is still going strong. The anime, cards, the games, they're still selling like it's nothing. So after Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, we got Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Platinum is my second favorite Pokemon game, and Fire Red is my third favorite. Alright, so let's just knock out that top three real quick. Then it was Black and White, and then Black and White 2 got announced, and then a big change happened. Pokemon went from 2D pixel art to 3D. Then we got Pokemon X and Y, and I'm still mad we didn't get a Pokemon Z, but I enjoyed X and Y.
Then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were revealed. And I was nervous, just because it's probably my favorite generation of Pokemon. So I was just nervous what they were gonna do with it. I was excited, but nervous.
But after a lot of anxious waiting, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was released, and I was one happy kid. I personally had a blast playing through Omega Ruby, and I thought the game was amazing.
Then Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, and then after that Ultra Moon and whatever the fuck they did with the sun. I liked Sun and Moon. I didn't find it too spectacular. It was a pretty okay Pokemon game in my opinion. And now here we are with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Oh boy.
This game is a mixed bag for me. I had fun playing this game, but it does have its issues. So, let's dive in. Here's my review for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Well, I guess technically just Sword because Sword's the version I bought. Okay, whatever.
So the story it's good. It's nothing really big. I mean, you want to uncover the secrets between the Sword and Shield legendary Pokemon. You beat all the gym leaders, and then you fight the champion. At the same time, you're fighting alongside your rival, but there's no Elite Four, which is a bummer. I want them to bring back the Elite Four. And as the story goes, there might be a secret villain hiding in plain sight.
So, the starter Pokemon. In terms of design, they're okay, but they're definitely the most bland. And if I'm being honest, all the new Pokemon that were introduced in this game, their designs aren't that great either. I'm not surprised, because honestly, since Black and White, I've seen this coming. Any generation of Pokemon design just got lazier and lazier in my opinion. It could be because a lot of the old designers have left, but I mean, come on. There's literally a Pokemon in this game that is just an apple. There are still a few Pokemon in this game that I actually do like the designs for, some of my favorite being Corviknight, Yamper, Zax, the two legendaries I like, and there's another legendary, but I won't say for spoiler reasons. There is also a lot of old Pokemon from different generations that got a different design, which is cool, but it takes up a lot of the Pokédex, so I just feel like when it came to designing Pokemon and filling out a Pokédex for this generation, it was done very rushed and lazy. Or maybe I'm just overthinking and I should shut up the mouth.
So, the starter evolutions, they're alright. They're alright. They're okay. That's all I can really say. They're really nothing too spectacular. Like, the water type, I'm already forgetting his name. Sobble. His second evolution, or first evolution, the mid evolution, it's cool. I picked the water type as my starter, by the way. It's cool. The final evolution's stupid. Scorbunny, maybe those are the best evolutions. And then the grass type, which I forget the name of, they're cool, but it's nothing too great. It's definitely the least cool starter evolutions that we've gotten. I wasn't that impressed.
But, in my opinion, where the designs really shine are the gym leaders and all the other Pokemon trainer characters. I never really saw a decline in design when it came to this aspect, but yeah, every character in this game, I gotta say, I really like their design.
Now, let me talk about my least favorite part of this game. Dynamaxing. It's dumb. It's dumb, man. Okay, so basically, if you haven't played this game, you have no idea what Dynamaxing is. Basically, you give your Pokemon the special stone, and he can grow big. He gets big. That's all it is. That's all it is. And the one thing I don't like about it is that it's fucking repetitive. So basically, every gym leader battle you come across, or any like champion battle you come across, their last Pokemon, they're always gonna Dynamax. That's a little tip. And another tip is, if you don't Dynamax your Pokemon when your opponents Dynamax their Pokemon, the fight is gonna be very, very difficult. So it's basically like the game forces you to Dynamax. It's boring and repetitive, and when I think of Pokemon, I don't think of growing my Pokemon to the size of a fucking skyscraper. If someone told me 10 years ago, you can give your Pokemon this thing and he grows giant, I wouldn't want that. And I say that with 100% honesty. I wouldn't want that, because that's shit that belongs in Digimon, so keep it there. Dynamaxing is stupid. Game Freak, Nintendo, I love you guys so much. You guys always make great games. But how you guys came up with the idea of Dynamaxing and thought it was a good idea confuses the ever-living shit out of me. So let's just make Dynamaxing this game only. Let's not do it again. Please. No.
The fights can be really boring in this game. Like, I found myself one-shotting most of the time with my starter. This game's difficulty just feels nerfed. Even towards the end of the game, I was still one-shotting, which just made the pacing really boring. And one thing I gotta say is that during the end of this game, it just drags on for too long. So, you beat all the gym leaders. Now you have to fight your two rivals. Okay, now time for the champion. Nope, now you gotta fight two gym leaders again for some reason. Okay, now time for the champion. No, because the apocalypse is happening, which that part just drags on for way too long. Then, you fight the champion. And after beating the champion, I was exhausted, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel accomplished. It was definitely worth it. But there's also about a 45-minute epilogue, which, after I finished that, I needed to lay down and take a couple breaths.
Okay, so, the wild area. It's a free roam area where you can walk around and catch Pokemon, which is the best part of it. And when they announced the wild area, it was really the thing that sold me on Sword and Shield. I mean, I was gonna buy it even if they didn't announce this, but it really sold me. Turned out disappointing. The free roam area, the wild area, whatever the hell you want to call it, it's very bland. There's not a lot of things to explore and discover, and I didn't expect this free roam area to be like Breath of the Wild. Like, I didn't expect it to be as big as Breath of the Wild, but that doesn't mean it one day can't be. It could easily one day we can have a Pokemon game where it is a free roaming Pokemon game, which would be fucking awesome, and Game Freak should really think about doing that. But definitely the best two things to do were catch new Pokemon. That's always fun, and camping. Which camping is a system where you set up a tent and like you can make curry with your Pokemon, and you can feed them, you can play with them, you can give them toys and stuff. Those two aspects of the wild area, catching new Pokemon and camping out, is awesome. But I wish there was more stuff to explore. That's why, to me, it's a little disappointing. Like, I discovered one thing and like I walked up to it and I was like, maybe there's something I could read. Nope. It's just a random thing that's just there on the map. It has no explanation why it's there, and it's something they just placed in. There's no Easter eggs around. They should have put Easter eggs in the wild area. It would have been dope, but no, and that's why it's disappointing.
Now, as graphics and presentation goes, I'm a little mixed. Like, there are some points of the game that look like they're straight up from a PlayStation 2 game, but then there are some areas that look beautiful and belong on the Switch. Now, I don't know if it has something to do with the hardware or the game was rushed, so they just did what they could. I honestly don't know.
Okay, so my overall thoughts on the game. Well, let me just start with this. The new Pokemon we got introduced to, I liked some of them, but I didn't really like the designs of any of the new Pokemon. The game difficulty just felt nerfed. It felt like it was just mindless one-shotting battles, and it was just boring. It was repetitive. I don't like Dynamaxing. The wild area was disappointing, but it still did have a couple good things to do. The ending drags on for way too long. Beating the champion felt really accomplishing, though. The game looked really bad at some points, like it was from a PlayStation 2 game, but some environments looked beautiful. And it was just a very tiring game to get through at some parts. I still had fun with this game, though. Even though it's confusing, because I have a lot of issues with this game. But I still had fun going through it. It's definitely not the best Pokemon game out there. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite Pokemon. I don't even know what my least favorite Pokemon game is. But even though it's a very tiring adventure, I still had fun going through it. So overall, I would say it's an okay game. It's definitely not the best Pokemon game out there, but I still have fun, and there still were things to enjoy in it. It's not a bad game by any means. I just wish if the game just feels rushed, and I just wish it wasn't. But I still had fun, and that's why I'll give Pokemon Sword an okay rating. It's not bad. It's good. It's not great, though. So good/okay. So, after playing this game, where do I stand with the Pokemon series? Well, I'm more nervous than ever to see what happens next, but I'm also excited. I love Pokemon. I've been playing it since I was a little kid. It was one of the very first video game series I got into, and just the memories I've had with Pokemon, it will always hold a place in my heart. So, I'm excited. I am. I'm excited for the future of Pokemon. If they bring back Dynamaxing, though, I'll fucking riot. But yeah. Game Freak, Nintendo, I wouldn't say you struck out with this. I wouldn't say this was a strike. I would say it was a foul ball. So you still got... That doesn't make sense. listen, all I'm saying is it's an okay game, and it's a very tiring adventure, and I don't regret playing it by any means. But we deserve better. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have played Pokemon Sword or Shield, let me know what you think in the comments below. I planned to have this video out fucking a month ago, but repairs, they take a while apparently. Or maybe Asus is just a lazy ass company, and there goes any chance for a brand deal with them. That would never happen. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Seriously, fuck Dynamaxing.